In this topic, we will be discussing about the spiralians, and this is the module which is coming after the metazoa. So we are gradually shifting towards the more complex organisms, and the spiralians are the next complex organism which we are going to discuss. And in the spiralians, we will be discussing in particular about the lophophorates. So the spiralians, what are the spiralians? The spiralians are morphologically diverse clade of protostome animals. We have discussed about the protostome animals. What are the protostome animals? You can see the previous lectures about that. The organisms which are included in here are the mollusks, annelids, and platyhelminthes, and all the other taxa, which may be a bit simpler or the complex of these animals. So lophophores are a filament. Lophophore. What is a lophophore? Lophophores are filamentous feeding organs, and the lophophorates are the organism which have that organ. And the lophophorates are the three spiralian invertebrates groups which are included: the brachiopods, bryozoans, and phoronids. So what are the brachiopods first? These are the twin-valved shellfish. Twin means two, and valve means that this is the structure just like this, and they are made up of two of such valves. We will be discussing in detail about its structure. And then there is the lophophore and a pedicle. Lophophore is the feeding organ, and pedicle is the organ through which they attach to the surface and use it for the movement. And there are the three further groups of the brachiopods, which are linguliformians, which are made up of organophosphatic shells. And then there comes the craniformians and rhynchonelliformians, which are having the calcareous shells. These spiralians are the lophophorates. These had the very diverse communities during the Paleozoic era. The orthoids and strophominids, these were the first to be thriving in the Paleozoic communities, and the rhynchonellids and the pterybutulids were in lower diversity post-Paleozoic brachiopod assemblages. So there were some, as we have discussed about the assemblages, these are the various fossils occurring at the same time. So these are the different organisms which were present during the Paleozoic communities, and we can study those, as well as the post-Paleozoic studies. The last two which we have discussed, these were present after the Paleozoic ended, and at the end of the Paleozoic, these two communities were present, and these two organisms were present. So brachiopod dominated the filter-feeding benthos of the Paleozoic. So benthos are the ocean bottom, right? So where all the organisms which are you see that organ is the ocean is full of life, right? The organisms are dying, and when they die, they are either floating up or they go down in the bottom of the ocean. And these are the filter feeding organisms which are taking that organic material and use that. And these were the organisms which were present during the Paleozoic era. But after the end Permian mass extinction started, they never fully recovered to their diverse life forms. So living brachiopods are relatively rare and occupying mostly cryptic and deep water habitat. So these brachiopods, these are not very much common, and wherever these are present, these very cryptic means they are not very much exposed, and deep water habitat means that there are some places in the ocean which are very, very deep. For example, the Mariana Trench, and there you would find the living brachiopod species of today. And then comes the bryozoans. Bryozoans are, after the brachiopods, there comes the second, which is the bryozoans. These are the colonial invertebrates with the lophophores, and they display the marked non-genetic variation across a wide range of environments. So bryozoans are the next group, and we will be discussing these in detail as well. And then there comes the Stenolemata. These are they dominated the Paleozoic and bryozoan faunas. And these are the only cyclostomes that are surviving the combined effects of the Permian and end Triassic mass extinction. So these are the cyclostomatid, the members of the cyclostomatidae that survived both the extinctions. So the cyclostomes continue to decline after the end Cretaceous extinction event, and the cheleostomes radiated to dominate the Cenozoic assemblage. So after the cyclostome declined, the cheleostomes were able to take their place in the Cenozoic era after the end Cretaceous extinction event.